Oh yeah, you are in ecstasy.
Wait,
You're just like, damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Oh yeah. You're looking, and I'm just looking. I'm probably looking at you like, I'm just looking. I'm probably looking at you like, what you doing? Oh wait,
it's Saturday.
Oh wait,
It's Saturday.
you know what? It's fine. It's Dragon Con weekend, and I got a chance to do my cosplays.
We do have the echo thing going on again.
Okay, how about now?
Checking 1, 2, 3. All good.
Okay. So hey everybody, how's your Saturday morning going?
It's another day in paradise.
Heck yeah.
Great. Man, they released pumpkin spice lattes. I'm so happy. I'm that bitch.
Me too.
Listen, if it makes you happy, happy.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be that bad.
Come on, Bordy.
I was upset.
Makes you happy.
Keep going, buddy.
That's good.
I was promised that I would not have to help decorate the house for Halloween until pumpkin spice lattes were out, and they did it like weeks ago. So I've been like carrying stuff down from the attic, like stupid pumpkin spice lattes.
They got you.
It's always the end of August. Yep. Which, I mean, let's be honest, September 1st is the first day of Halloween, so.
Fair enough.
It is this year.
We need something in 2020 to make us happy. Let us just have 2 months of Halloween. Is that so much to ask?
We should keep it going past October 31st too.
Yes, absolutely.
Just day on Halloween.
Straight into Thanksgiving, you know?
You show up to Thanksgiving dinner in a full witch's costume.
Yes, absolutely. Oh man, you say that jokingly, but I would be the bitch to do it.
Solidarity. I'll do it too.
All you need is the hat. You're set, right?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. So we sound okay? Like everything's
Yeah. Seems pretty good, man.
okay? No crazy
Bordy looks
echoes.
fabulous.
Yes, he does.
Love those horns.
You really went all out. That's awesome.
I'm telling you, Dragon Con, man. This is my cosplay.
Stand up a little bit. Show off like the outfit you got going on.
So like I did this whole like scarf routine that's kind of covered my boobies, and then my little sash, which I made out of like jeans.
Ooh.
So to put all my goodies, my alcohol.
You got crafty.
Yep. And then I got everything. I don't have gauntlets, but I've got my, little like wrist warmers.
I've got little leather lace-up bracers I can send you. That
Something.
or not.
Well, it's just because, it's just here, so
Yeah, true.
it's all right.
Though we know at some point, once the world gets its shit together, we are getting together for a group cosplay shoot.
Yeah, definitely.
Karate G.
We are doing it. Sorry, Alden, you have no say.
That's
It's
fine.
happening.
I just need to buy a
I'm
wig.
always ready for a cosplay shoot.
Me too.
Yes, can we just talk about that Thirst Trap RPG tag? I saw your post. We saw the Sexy Turnock shoot come out. It was excellent.
Yeah, if you haven't listened to Endless Midnight, I suggest you do.
Absolutely.
I thought it was pretty good. We tried a bunch of experimental things as far as podcasting goes, and I think it went pretty well.
Yes.
And so once you've heard Turnock, now you can see Turnock on Twitter.
Yeah, there's one very sexy lizard in Endless Midnight.
I was
Yeah.
I'm just saying, from the voice of Turnock to I was like, I didn't. Okay.
It's gonna be a moment of self-discovery for a lot
Yeah,
of people.
yeah. Didn't know I liked that.
Morgan, you posted a pretty good picture too, though, on that thirst trap thing.
Listen,
Alright.
I'm always thirsty for tieflings. You know we had to do it. We had to do it to them.
Everybody else is now too, Morgan.
Oh, you know, I do try. I gotta find an actual pair of tiefling horns. Alex, you gotta know where you got those.
They're out there. Well, so I got these off of Amazon. Don't judge me. It was quick. I needed them quick, you guys. I needed them quick. But the thing is that when they came in, it didn't fit me. They had the little headband that was like really too small because these were like from China or something. And so I'm a quarter Asian, so my head's a lot bigger. And I had to cut that sucker to try to make this work. But then I'm like, oh crap, I just broke these. Now I can't fix it because these horns are like all over the place. So I had to get creative. I had like tubing, like really kind of like flexible, semi-flexible, semi-rigid tubing. Taped that sucker up around my head, taped it with a lot of electrical tape, and this is the result you get. And I had like crochet stuff that I wrapped around to like hide the tape, put my leaves on.
You better post some hashtag thirst trap pictures on Twitter then, because
As Vorty, yes.
you gotta get us those views, man. That's right. I thought that whole thing was pretty fun, you know.
Yes.
Agreed.
It was, you know, we had all kinds of people, all genders, all, you know, everything. Just, you know, posting thirst traps, and it was fun.
It was.
I don't have the same level of body positivity that you guys do, so the picture I posted was just my sea captain glare, you know.
It works.
You know, James, what I've learned after all these years is you got to work with what you've got.
Somebody's gonna like it, right?
Right.
And you've got the eyebrows.
That's it.
You have the eyebrows. You've got the look.
That's the that's our whole mantra for all these podcasts.
You got the
Somebody's
beard.
gonna like it.
James, you got the beard, you got the hair, like
Yeah.
work it. You got that look, you got the smolder, like dude, work it. Man.
I'm ready to work my Zap Brannigan body. Just, you know, really get him, you know.
We need to get you a velour suit.
Oh my gosh.
You've got the voice too, Alden. You could do a good Zap Brannigan.
Oh my god, please. This is something I never knew I needed, but I really need it.
Who's gonna be my Kip?
Yeah, my voice.
We should get
I'm always
Prescott to
insecure.
do it. Prescott would be such a good kid.
Oh, he would be great.
Uh,
He might be watching this actually.
I hope so.
He
If
texted
so,
me a
hi
little-
Prescott.
He texted me a little while ago. He was like, "Are you streaming or what?" And I was like, "Give me a second. God,
He's very punctual, Prescott is.
it's hard."
Oh my god.
And
Like,
it's hard because like you're sitting there and you're like, all right, no one's gonna be here. I've got 15 minutes to prepare this combat. Prescott's like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Ah, don't look.
He is punctual. He's very lawful, like good when it comes to stuff like that.
As a person, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and even during gaming, like when we were doing things live, and James will draw his maps on the board, and they would be like all over the place. He would like erase it and like redraw it like nice, like like exactly like how it's supposed to. I'm like, and it kind of like hits my nerve. So I was like, great job, thank you.
Thank you. I didn't know how to count how I was gonna move until you did that, and I appreciate it.
Because I'm always like, because James will just throw the minis on the table. It's
He's like,
there.
guys, don't worry about it.
And I'm
Count it
always
out.
like-
you're there. You ready?
And
You
I
want to
always
be?
like-
You made it, man. You made it. And I'm like, cool, thanks.
I nudge him like you have to be inside your square. Like,
I love it.
Yeah.
I love the chaos, James. We love the
I've
chaos.
never been able to draw a straight line. It's a personal failing of mine.
Math is
Listen,
hard, man.
how often do you need a perfectly straight line in real life? Come on.
In my experience, never.
Yeah.
But you know, some people disagree with that, I guess.
it's a gaily forward line.
A gaily forward.
Yeah, you know.
I love that.
So, this is episode 4. We made it all the way to episode 4.
Well,
And once again,
episode 3, session 4? Or have we really streamed 4?
This is our fourth. No, the first one, and I'm glad you brought that up. If this is the first one that you're watching, of course the video is going to be available later, so people can watch it later. So if you were watching this and you're wondering where the first episode is, it was all podcast. So audio only. It's on Spotify and Apple and everywhere else. This may be the first one you're watching because last week we had a terrible echo for the first hour. But if you want to watch it anyway, it's on YouTube. Just the raw Zoom footage. The raw Zoom footage of this will probably go up on YouTube too, because I didn't realize that you have to try to log in to go live on YouTube like 24 hours before they actually do it.
Weird.
So
You gotta let them in.
yeah. So next week it'll be on Twitch and YouTube. And we're doing it on Saturday this week because Dragon Con is this weekend. We had a couple of scheduling conflicts, so this is the best time we could do it. And let me tell you, you try getting 6 people together who have a bunch of D&D games and jobs and all that kind of stuff.
The important thing to remember is that we couldn't play D&D tomorrow because we're all playing D&D tomorrow.
Well, right. I mean, it's Dragon Con weekend, and I was really worried, like, oh, I'm not going to be able to do anything. But actually, we're going to stay pretty busy.
Cool.
That's good.
Yeah, so, I mean, we are all gainfully employed at the moment, Hail Satan. And so, you know, we do it. You know, this is, we know nobody's going to watch this. This is our big hobby, right?
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, right? That's what I was going to say. Like, James is like, Hail Satan. And my mom's like, what is going on? It's okay, Mom. We're just joking. I mean, yeah, but we're still kind of just playing.
Why is he on? Oh, my baby!
What's he doing? Look what he's got on.
I'm going to draw a pentagram on my forehead with a magic marker.
Well, everyone knows Dungeons and Dragons is satanic. It's all good.
I mean, look,
I got into it.
I blame my father because the first game that we played together was Doom. So at that point, it's all downhill from there, Dad. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, so since this is episode 4, we've already had 3. So who wants to recap what happened last time? Would anyone
Sure.
like to recap that? Morgan's gonna go for it. All right.
Do we just want last session, or do we want a broad stroke overview?
Give it a broad stroke. I want to see how you interpret it, Morgan.
Okay. So our setting was initially in the fishing village of Angul, which is on the shores of Kokur in the southern region of Scythia, which is our homebrewed setting for this campaign, as well as Endless Midnight. Again, check it out if you haven't yet.
Also known as Kokur.
Kokur!
Mm-hmm.
So a group of residents of Angul, as well as a recently arrived outsider in the form of my character, were all sort of brought into this endeavor of defeating a chul as it tried to push into shore to attack Nash's recent catch of fish. We were able to stave the creature off, do away with it, have some delicious roasted chul for dinner. The fight was observed by some mysterious gray-cloaked figures who, upon further discussion with the residents of the fishing village, I learned was a sort of mysterious sect of individuals that keep to themselves in the interior of the nearby mountain. They finally approached us and requested a meeting with us later that night at the Tavern of the Old Goat, which we agreed to. Upon meeting with these gray-cloaked figures, we were introduced to them as scholars from the local institution known as Haskoli Lazuli. They explained that they had been impressed with us, they knew a little bit about us, and they extended an invitation to join them in their mountain sanctum to learn more about the scholars and what they do. So, after some brief discussion, the party decided to take up this invitation, arrived at the mountain entrance the next morning, were brought into a strange chamber containing all sorts of contraptions from the world prior to the rupture, which was kind of an apocalyptic magical explosion that distinctly changed the way of life in most of Scythia. There's now a constant presence of magical slag, which is like magical fallout that blots out a lot of sunlight. and vegetation and fauna have also been heavily impacted. But these scholars explain that their mission is to recover, preserve, and protect knowledge from the old world. They also abhor magic in all its instances, seeing, as many people do, magic as the source of the rupture. So the party was initiated into this institute, becoming scholars in training, if you will. We were introduced to several different professors within the interior of the institute, each having their own specialization. One such was Master Crowe, a dwarf who would later give us our first round of combat training, knocking most of us flat on our asses at one point or another. We were also assigned various duties that would earn our keep while we were in the instruction of the Institute. And I think we ended up our last session with our bit of free time. Some research was done in the library, especially with those individuals that have sort of secret projects. The outgoing class of scholars introduced us to some hidden devices, including a defunct still that Vorty is hoping to get up and running to make some booze, as well as the skeleton and parts for a motorcycle, which Roscoe Stubbles is absolutely ecstatic about. So we all have our own reasons for accepting this invitation. They haven't really come out yet, but we're learning to work together and seeing what potential scholarship has for us.
Wow, I couldn't have done a better job myself.
That's really good.
Notes, man.
It would have been a much worse job if I don't take notes. It's all, yeah. Okay, so as I recall, the last thing that happened was you all went to bed. When the lights went out, Roscoe climbed into bed covered in motorcycle grease.
Forty told us a bedtime story.
Yeah, okay.
That was off the pod. That was just for us.
So, you sleep, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. You're all pretty tired after your first day. And at 5 o'clock in the morning, the lights come on. And it is super bright. It would be difficult to stay asleep even if you wanted to.
Wasn't it pitch black when we were sleeping and they turned the light on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
That sucks.
wow. That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Why did we sign up for this?
All right, so here I'm gonna give you some flashbacks. As Adamant leaps up out of bed, he's like, "Reveille, reveille, reveille, up all bunks. Now is reveille. Let's go, baby!"
Stop it.
And he runs and goes and takes a shower.
Yeah, at least you're not playing Reveille.
Oh my god, you take showers?
When I get an opportunity, and I think that the water is free.
Okay.
Wait,
Can I get 5 more minutes?
fresh water.
Yeah.
5 more minutes.
Tess leaps out of bed and sprints back to the facilities as well.
Yeah, the water is fresh. That comes out of the... And it's hot.
I mean, like,
Oh.
with beautiful.
This
Oh my
wakes
God.
up.
A hot shower.
This wakes up a man right here. Feels good.
Never had anything like this. This is amazing. I'm gonna make sure to thoroughly bathe Vile because I don't think he's ever had a proper bath. My
I'll go
little
walk into the
scraggly rat.
bathroom where I assume Adamant and Tess are showering, and I'll just stick my head in. Are you saying there's no salt in the water?
No,
Nope, it doesn't taste like it.
Are you sure? Are you sure you can trust it?
I all over my body, so it's kind of too late.
I can't.
Oh.
And I just kind of stare
Well,
and wait to see if anything happens to me.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, if I die, yeah, call the doctor.
It's honestly quite nice, Nash. I would give it a shot if I were you.
I would highly recommend it.
Mm. I'm gonna give it a day and see if anything happens to you fools.
That's fair. That's fair.
Now, remind me of the schedule, James. Do we get breakfast first thing in the morning?
5 a.m. is chores, and then at 7 is breakfast. Letting y'all know. And hold on, let me go get Bordy. As he runs over and he like takes his towel that he's dried off, then he spins it up, and he just is like, "Whop! Get up, Bordy!"
What in the hell?
Come on, Bordy, let's go, baby. Woo! I'm a morning person.
Oh God.
That's all we can tell. I hate it.
Quitting.
Vorty makes it over finally. Like still like half eyes shut, like, and then turns the water on, doesn't realize he turns the cold one on, it's like
Good morning.
God, this place is evil.
I told you the water was cursed, and I just leave the room.
And he like does this little like shake. Shakes off some of that water from his little booty, like brah.
Speaking of chores, Adam Ann brought it up. Can you remind me of what chores you all got?
Roscoe had been given the library, but traded tests for bathrooms.
Yeah, I do the toilets.
Okay. And then Adam Ann was supposed to clean the mat, I think.
Right, Adaman is gonna go and scrub that mat down.
Vorty, did you get cleaning the exhibits in the front hall? Is that what it was?
That was
No.
Nash.
That was Nash. Okay, so what did you get, Vorty?
I'm helping Franz.
Nice.
Right. Okay.
Head chef Franz.
Chef.
Le poison.
We are not gonna get any French audience with that.
No offense to any of my French cousins.
Je suis désolé.
Way.
Les bon roulé.
Je t'adore.
Okay.
I remember that my favorite episode of The Simpsons is the one where Lisa walks into the French classroom and they all laugh at her. And then the professor's like, en français, and they all go,
Oh, poor Lisa.
Oh no!
Poor Lisa.
So, anyway. Alright, so you do have chores to do before breakfast. So, Adaman, when you go into the combat training area, Master Crowe is doing pull-ups in the corner.
The on the mat, or is he's off?
He's off to the side, like where
Okay.
the weapons racks are, and he's doing
All right.
pull-ups, and you stop counting when he gets to 25.
All right.
He's just pulling up.
Get it, Daddy. Get it,
Alright.
Daddy.
He is very impressed, but he's just down there scrubbing away. You know, he knows he's got a lot of area to cover.
Yeah,
that he
under
wants to- yeah.
under one of the racks, you find like a pull-out basket, and you find a big sponge in there, and some soap powder, and you know where you
I
just slide.
love how
Let me do-
some of the blood you're scrubbing up is yours from yesterday.
Yeah, let me do the measuring tool here. Yeah, it is a 65-foot by 40-foot mat. So he's like, oh man, I can't miss breakfast. So he's like,
You better right the circle, left the circle, the whole floor, quick.
he's like, there's got to be a faster way to the damn sponge.
Yes, Mr. Miyagi.
Mhm.
And then Tesselae goes down to the library.
Yes, and I spent all of my free time last night getting a head start on shelving books so that
Yes.
hopefully
So you did
I
make a
could
dent in it.
cool. So as I'm putting stuff away this morning, I'm going to keep my promise to Roscoe. I'm going to keep an eye out for anything that might have some information on vehicular construction, maintenance, repair.
Okay. After last night today, you started to get an idea of where things are, how the library is laid out, you know, where the fiction is and the nonfiction and that sort of stuff. So roll a investigation check at advantage for me.
Ooh, wonderful. Well, one of those is a natural 20 for a total of 23.
Okay, so let me
They were
find
both pretty good.
my. Here we go. Okay. So you actually find the book you were looking for instead of some random book.
Yeah.
And you find a book called Hell on Wheels.
Yes.
It's by Perks Winston. You had
I was
trouble finding it before because of the ridiculous title.
I was worried you were going to make me read Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. It's better.
Yeah, that's a fate worse than death. Okay, so you might be able to see it on my bookshelf. No, I think that's too late now. You can see it. No, this book is more about actual maintenance and operation than it is philosophy. So it's exactly the book you need. It's a motorcycle repair manual.
I set it aside to take the Roscoe later.
Okay. Vorty, when you show up downstairs to talk to Franz, he is already making breakfast. He is chopping things, and you smell nice things as you come into the kitchen.
Bonjour, Franz.
Good morning. Are you ready to do some heavy lifting?
Oui.
All right. So,
Can I get coffee first, though? Like, I'm really not a morning person. Do you guys not have that here?
I'm sorry. What is this? Coffee?
Oh my god, I am in hell!
I don't think anyone inside there has coffee.
It's a Seder thing, then.
Canon.
We call it Starbucks.
Now we're gonna get sued.
Yep.
No.
I could make you a pumpkin spice latte.
You said you got that?
Oh my god.
But it doesn't have any caffeine in it.
Oh.
That's okay. He takes it and then he like pours his little like whiskey in it, like off to the side, just so that. And then he like finger stirs it, and then he's. Give me a second.
Okay, I will show you where to go. And he
Okay.
takes you. Let's see, we start on the 3rd floor. And you see this. Oh no, hang on. I gotta move the players as well. Haha. Okay, Bordy. You see this spot right here? That's like a dumbwaiter. So you see is the dumbwaiter is like small elevator. So follow me. And he takes you over to this trapdoor in the floor over in the corner. Which goes down to. Trying to remember how my own damn maps work.
I mean, Franz, if you just wanted to be alone, that's all you gotta say.
He takes you down to the boiler room where you've been already. Yeah.
Oh my god, Roscoe, I love your new token.
I was just going to say James's token. James has given me a Tom Selleck token in Roll20.
It's the best. I love it.
I have to pull over Tesla and Roscoe's new tokens. Okay. So he takes you down to the boiler room, and you go down the ladder through the underneath the trapdoor, and you go around these pipes,
Wait.
and there is a door. He takes you through the door, and there is a small room. There's a big ventilation fan on the wall, and you can see the bottom of the dumbwaiter, which is a small elevator. This is the big elevator, and it takes this down to the caverns.
Wow, Franz. So what do you want to do down here?
Let me find where the elevator. There it is. Okay. So he gets on the elevator with you, and it's obviously electrically driven. Can you see anything on this page, 40? Or do I need to?
I'm looking real hard.
Okay.
Nope.
Pull you over here, and I am super good at Roll20, you guys. Okay. Vision
Probably the best there is.
changes, and I'm gonna pull out
I see myself,
this thing,
but I don't see anything.
and I'm going to make it. How about now? Can you see now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the elevator goes all the way down. It's electrically driven. It clinks and clanks as it goes down. He shows you how to work the controls and everything. And when you get to the bottom, you find yourself in a cavern. There's a large area where the elevator ends, and then he takes you down a cavernous hallway. At the end, there's a door. He opens the door. It is not locked or anything like that. And this is where the, how do you say, generator? There is a...
That's exactly how you say it.
There's an underground river. It's going by at a pretty good pace. And as it goes by, there's these big paddles in the water that are being turned. Yeah, this is where the... how you say, electricity is generated.
Yes, Franz, that's exactly how you say electricity. You know, I'm not really sure you're French. Can I do like...
It's France
insight? Well, he's definitely not, like, I'm gonna insight his ass. Like, is this guy for real?
Obviously, he's just got an elven accent. Just leave him alone.
Apparently, there's a Starbucks in Scythia now.
Okay, so you roll it. You look at him real close. He doesn't seem nefarious. I mean, he's wearing chef clothes. A little chef hat. I mean,
You gotta trust him.
He's secretly being controlled by a rat under his hat.
Well, he takes you through another door to your right, and there's a small cavern and there's crates.
Oh my god!
The crates have. Some of them have fresh fish. Some of them have root vegetables in them.
Ooh.
So every morning, you come down here and you bring these crates over to the dumbwaiter, and they go upstairs into the kitchen.
Is it like dumb waiter? Like, it's not gonna hurt its
Wait.
feelings.
What is a dumbwaiter?
God, seems really insensitive.
Well, I am French. It's,
Oh, damn it.
I don't know. That's for the debate.
You're insufferable.
Oh no.
Okay, so he shows you what to do, Vorty.
Okay.
So you're supposed to take these crates over to the smaller elevator, if you want to call it that, and send them up to the kitchen.
Yeesh. How about we call him Shorty?
Okay, so Adaman is working on his job. Tesla and Vorty are working on theirs. Roscoe, you're supposed to clean the bathrooms, right?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Which for some reason you traded with Tesla. I don't know how she convinced you to do that, but
I don't know if I really knew what a bathroom was.
I mean, that's fair.
Well, Roscoe, it's this shit, okay?
Oh no.
well, you may not have seen indoor plumbing before, but
That's
it's
fair.
not hard to figure out, right? I mean, there's a thing that's set on, and it's got water in it. You can flush it, and it works
Sure.
pretty much like our modern bathrooms do. You've got lights in the ceiling, so once they turn the lights on, it's well lit. One side of the room is shower stalls, the other side of the room is toilet stalls. not hard to figure out really. And in the big boxes just outside of the bathroom here, you find cleaning stuff. There's sponges in there and brushes and powdered soap, that kind of thing. So I mean, you can pretty easily figure out what to do.
Yeah, and we don't have to get too into it, but Roscoe definitely is cleaning in the nude because he doesn't have very many clothes, so doesn't want to ruin anything. That he, hops in the shower at the end.
Okay.
I'm missing this? Damn.
Downstairs hauling crates around, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not fair. It's not
Okay,
fair.
and then Nash was supposed to clean the exhibit hall, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And as I clean the exhibit hall, I would assume there are like plaques and little trinkets and paintings. I rearrange all of them, but I don't take anything.
Okay. Yeah, each one of these things. There's a second episode, I believe. We went around the room. We looked at these different exhibits that they have. There's a flying machine and a car and a jukebox, for lack of a better word. And each one has a little plaque next to it, say who designed it and what it does. The names on there don't mean much to you. It's professors that used to work at the university or somebody else like that. But these are all supposed to be inventions, like modern type of inventions from before the rupture. So yeah, it wouldn't be too difficult to just swap the plaques around if you wanted to.
Professor with the flying machine. No, now he made the motorcycle, and all of them, so nothing matches.
Roscoe's gonna think the motorcycle can fly and get himself killed.
Yep.
Underneath the desk, the reception desk that they have here, you find things for mostly dusting is what you're doing, just making sure everything's clean and neat. The engines that are in this room have been put up for storage. So without getting too much into that, storing an engine, you put different fluids in it than just oil and that kind of stuff, right? So they've been mothballed, for lack of a better word. So they're not going to start, but they have been preserved. So mostly all you have to do is dust to make it look as clean and neat as it did when you first came in.
Yeah.
And why don't you roll a, I guess investigation. Roll investigation for me.
Okay. A 3.
A 3. Okay. So you're moving the plaques around. You're messing it up a little bit, just a little, like a little bit of rebellion, right? But you don't learn anything about it as you do. You're just looking at names and things. You're just swapping them mindlessly without really learning anything about them as you go.
That's what I get for making intelligence my top stat.
Everyone has their talents. All right, so as you're doing your chores, time passes, and you start to, Roscoe does anyway, Roscoe and Adam, and you start to smell something nice coming up the stairs. And it's getting to be about time for breakfast.
Okay.
The second that I can get out of there, I'm running down to breakfast.
Okay. Well, once you've cleaned it to your own satisfaction, which, I mean, you've only been there one day, how bad could it be, right? You got downstairs, and Franz is chopping things over in the kitchen. The professors and the headmaster are there already at the table. Dr. Blackwell, Dr. Hodgkin, Dr. Lovelace, Dr. Pickman, Headmaster Echo, Ulrich is there. So as you guys sit down at the table, Roscoe, are you going to take a seat at the professor's table again?
No, I think I'll sit down
Okay.
with the friends.
Okay. Franz brings over a platter. And I've been thinking all morning about how to describe what's on this platter, and I haven't been able to come up with anything. Growing up in Scythia, your diet has consisted of only 2 or 3 things. And the only thing that has staved off rickets is probably the root vegetables that you eat, which are surprisingly high in vitamin C.
Oh no! What? Turnips?
Turnips, rutabagas, things like that, right? Things that don't require a lot of sunlight to grow.
Which turn through here?
Yeah, and without getting in it too deep, UV light does kind of move through the slag a little bit. Like you're not gonna get a sunburn or anything like that, but it does. It moves enough through it to grow root vegetables. Let's say that. I haven't had my water technician on staff really evaluate how you would grow vegetables in Scythia, but I'm sure he'll get back to me on that eventually. So he brings over a platter and he sets it down on the table, and there are round things on it. Some of them are red, some of them are orange, and that brings up a good point. How do you know what an orange is, or what the color orange is, if you've never seen it? Never mind. It's language from before the rupture.
It's on my head.
Language from before the rupture, right? You know what the color orange is, but you've never seen an orange. So this platter has round things on it, and you're not sure what to do with it at first.
Did I see this while I was working this morning? Carrying all that stuff?
You didn't, and he it must have been in the kitchen already, because he is taking the crates that you brought up and he's pulling out fish. And
Good.
Pumpkins don't require a lot of sunlight, I don't think, to grow. Usually they grow in shady grows, so maybe pumpkins grow. So he's pulling things like that out, and he's starting to work on lunch.
I'm going to take one of my clean daggers and just sort of prod at one of the red orbs.
Okay, so a little meta, it's an apple basically. So if you guys want to help me describe what an apple tastes like to someone who's never had an apple before, have at it.
I think I've heard of this. That's an orange and this is a red.
An orange and a red. So I'll take a red off the platter, the one I poked, and just take my dagger and just chop right through it with force.
Okay. Well, you cut it the way you imagine you normally cut an apple.
It's leaking.
Do you think? Wait, what are those black spots in there? Is that what you eat?
I don't. Roscoe, you're the one that's seen these before.
I take a giant bite, like the bottom of the apple, so there a little bit of core gets in there. Oh, this is great. I think you eat it all.
Adamant grabs an orange and then tries to bite it.
Oh,
it tastes terrible. Why would you eat this? And then he looks over at the professor's table and he's like, I think we peel this one.
Speaking of the professor's table, Franz, when he's putting their platter down on their table, he leans over to Headmaster Echo, and you can overhear, "This is the last of the fruit, hopefully." And then Headmaster Echo responds to him, "Oh, well, number 21 should be back in a day or two. Perhaps they will bring something with them." All right, it's going to be fish and pumpkins until we get something else. Franz goes back into the preparation area. He continues chopping and cutting.
Tess is just going to, with surprising tidiness considering how dirty she was when she met everyone, just cut the fruit into pieces, have her fill, and make sure Vile gets some as well. Who actually doesn't look that terrible now that he's clean. That's it.
did you guys hear them talking about other people as numbers? Do you think we have numbers?
Like 555?
Well, he said number 21, but then also said they. I'm wondering if it's a pentacle of individuals that are out there.
So do we have like a number?
Well, I
don't
think
know.
we have to
Like-
actually become a pentacle first.
What are we gonna do? Like tattoo our asses with this number?
I could do that.
I mean, yeah. Now that you've
That
mentioned
is-
it, that would be kind of cool.
that
You know,
is
a little
fine.
solidarity. You know.
Yeah.
Well, wait. Your butt's kind of fuzzy. Are we gonna like shave it and then
I'll
tattoo
just
it?
shave. I'll just
Okay,
shave
cool,
like a
cool.
little
Alright.
section of it and
Yeah.
make like a reverse pocket out of it or something. I don't know. Like we're just like bare, and so you can always see it all the time.
Yeah.
That will look beautiful.
Wonder what number pinnacle we would be if we make it.
Can you
Maybe
pick?
69?
I want to pick.
What? Why that particular number,
That's
Nash? Why? Well, that's a real random number for you to pick.
68 other pinnacles.
Maybe? Maybe?
Concerned, well, not concerned, but curious. He said that they might be bringing fruit with them upon their return, which would mean,
Is that what
and
this
she
is?
picks up an orange, that something like this
So
is
this-
growing somewhere out there.
Can't imagine that.
There's a lot we don't know about Scythia, I think.
Gosh,
How
you know,
far
I
they
used to
travel.
remember like my dad and my mom talking about before times, like with all these different things. And of course, it just went right over my head because I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't know. But they tried to explain it to me like life used to be great. And then the war happened. And then they became like super famous and whatever. And they kicked ass. Good for them, I guess, right? But anyways, what was I saying?
I never really pay attention.
I don't know where they could have gotten stuff like this from, but you're right. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before. Maybe you don't think they're actually leaving Scythia, do you?
I glance over to the professor's table and see if any of them look to be eavesdropping on us.
I obviously turned to them and I'm like,
just staring at him. That's so great.
Well, they're all pretty old, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So not really. They're all chowing down.
are they the age of like where they would have lived but before the explosion happened? Like they lived before the war.
Now these are like the oldest people you've ever seen.
Okay.
They probably knew my mom and dad.
Dr. Pickman
Like
is
back in the
actually, like, he's
back in the
super old.
day. Huh.
A couple of them is difficult to tell. Like Dr. Hodgkin is an elf,
Right.
but him
But-
as Echo is a gnome, so he looks. I mean, he just looks old.
We
Dr.
know
Pickman,
elves live a
though,
long time.
Dr. Pickman though is a human, and he's like the oldest person you've ever seen.
Interesting.
He should have moisturized.
Lot we don't know, but hopefully we'll figure it out as we go along.
Well, after breakfast, if you recall your schedule, at 8 o'clock, is soccer class.
Classes. Yep.
So let's take a 5-minute break, and then we will we'll have our first class.
Yay. All right.
I like school.
And don't forget, I haven't figured out how to turn you off, so you will still be.
Got it. So in other
still
words,
be active
No.
while we're.
in other words, Nash, mute before you start yelling at Steven, you know?
I mean,
One time in Endless Midnight, Steven is one of the most clumsy people on planet Earth. And one of the breaks at Endless Midnight, he knocked over his chair and 2 drinks and like all of these things. And it was all caught. Oh, that's good.
I've still got a clip of that. Kristen going, why are you like this? Yeah, it's great.
Everywhere, even the house.
Dexterity, definitely my dumb stat.
All right, so we'll be back in 5 minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds
Back at
good.
5.
my God, seriously, with all of this like headset, horns, headgear, I feel like Princess Leia or Padme. Like, what must they have done on set to get their hair? And then like, okay, now don't move.
Hmm. All the hairspray.
All of it.
Bobby pins out the ass. Yeah.
All right, you guys ready?
We're
Yeah.
ready.
I was born ready.
Got your coffee and everything, good to go. So 8 o'clock rolls around and you all file into the classroom. Dr. Pickman is sitting in a chair next to something. It's a wooden box. It has a crank on the side and there's a big horn coming out of the top of it. It's kind of like a musical instrument. And he is maybe asleep in the chair. He might be dead. It's hard to tell.
Oh no.
So 40, when you clap at him, he goes, "Oh, good morning. Are you all ready to begin classes?"
Yeah, good morning, Professor.
I'm Dr. Pickman. It's very nice to meet all of you.
We met yesterday, actually.
Did we?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I am Professor Pickman. I used to teach classic literature and sometimes art appreciation. This institution once had a world-famous orchestra, put on art exhibitions by the greatest sculptors and painters of all time, but of course that's all gone now. In the interest of brevity, they have condensed it all into a single class called culture. Your other instructors have been tasked with making you as efficient at gathering information and, yes, killing as possible. I'm here to show you how to ease your soul.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, Dr. Pickman.
To lose yourself in a book, or marvel at the beauty of a piece of art, or he turns to this box next to him and he starts turning the crank. He reaches over and he moves a piece on top of it, and music begins to fill the room. You don't see any instruments, but out of this horn you hear an entire orchestra.
I thought the Institute abhorred magic.
How did you fit all those people in that box?
Oh, this is not magic. This is technology of a sort.
I'm liking this technology more and more.
Can you believe?
How does it work?
Can you believe that being a musician was considered distasteful at one time?
Yes, I absolutely.
Have you met 40? Yeah, I can believe it. Yeah.
Like it was dirt.
You're supposed to be my friend.
That's how it was shortly before the rupture. You were for us or against us, a fighter or a coward.
I sang to you. Sorry, Professor.
Everything was black and white, or just the opposite. They saw this music the same way. They heard the sensuousness, but completely missed the subtle wit winding throughout the style. Sometimes it's not about the notes you play, the ones you don't.
The blazes are you talking about?
But even back then, you had barbaric people.
Excuse me. He stands up with the help of his cane and he flips a switch on the side.
No offense, Roscoe.
As soon as he turns his back, I throw a note to Vorty.
What does it
You
say?
open it up and it's very hastily scrawled, and it says, "Your music is better."
Oh.
Oh. Wait, Roscoe can write?
It's kind of tough to read.
I heart you.
So Dr. Pickman makes his way over with his cane over to one of the bookshelves, and he scoops up a pile of books. And he goes down the row of desks, and he drops one with a thump on each of your desks. Your first assignment will be to read the first 2 chapters of this book. It's entitled Common Courtesy by Manchester Weird. I assume you can all read, yes? At least in common?
Yeah.
Yes.
Define
Oh.
read.
Oh.
How well?
I think you'll find the title is something of an oxymoron, as courtesy is anything but common. I shall return shortly. I should think that 30 minutes is time enough, so excuse me. And he makes his way out of the classroom.
Nash, I can read it aloud if you need.
I just
Vorty turns. He's like, if none of us really could read, this whole class would have taken a completely different turn.
Yeah, I was lucky my father taught me, but it was something that he deemed was real important for some reason, you know. Never did get to use it much.
I can read. I'm just a little worried that the vocabulary will be above me. But I will ask for help.
Yeah, you can figure out the words together.
All right, so everybody
Don't worry,
roll-
Nash. Don't worry about it. Half of the stuff I read, I don't understand anyways.
Everybody roll a wisdom check.
This is gonna be great.
Okay, not terrible.
I know
As
it's
long as
pretty
it's not
great.
intelligence.
I just think, for the record, we should all know that Roscoe is not the dumb one in the group, even though everybody looks at him when they ask if we can read.
I think it's between Nash and Vorty. Like,
And the fact that I rolled a natural 1 has nothing to do.
I think that's just your actual barbarianism coming out there, buddy.
Still bad.
everyone has their ditzy moment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Vorty got an 18. Or is it 11?
No,
11.
11.
You got an 11. Adaman got a 15. Tesla got a 15. Roscoe got a 1. Or sorry, 5.
14.
And a 14 for Nash. Okay.
Wow. Right.
Where am I thinking of? There it is. Okay. So you start looking through the book. The cover is it has a font that you're not used to on the cover. You haven't seen a whole lot of books. I mean, you've probably seen a few in your short Scythian lives. You've seen a couple of books. The cover is green, and it says Common Courtesy by Manchester Weird on it. When you open it up, you start reading through the first couple of chapters, and it appears to be an autobiographical comedic piece. Manchester Weird is the main character in this book, and it's about when he encounters rudeness in everyday life and punishes it harshly.
Oh.
In the first chapter, he cracks a clergyman over the head for farting loudly at a train station while yelling, "Offend my nose and I shall offend your pate. Put a cork in it." In the second chapter, he stuffs a street urchin in a coal bin for not respecting his elders while yelling, "You're so dirty that coal dust would only improve your standing. Allow me to ameliorate your disposition."
Oh my god.
Ameliorate? What?
The prose is florid and nearly incomprehensible unless you're Adaman for Tessellay, who you find it quite charming. Roscoe, you're just like, what the fuck is this? You know? But at the same time, Adam and Tessellay, even Nash, you and Vorty, you realize that it's autobiographical with quotation marks, like maybe it's like a cool story, bro, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, this really happened.
My eyes started to get tired through the middle of chapter 1, so I'm just like resting them.
Oh boy.
So,
Vorty, this could be a funny song.
What?
This could be a funny song.
If you turn
Oh.
it, yeah, you could turn it into a song
Okay.
if you like read it. Or something.
Right. He kind of pays more attention. All right, focus, and he like opens his eyeballs, like, oh.
So after half an hour or so of this, Dr. Pickman shuffling back in. And so what did we think of Manchester Weird?
Roscoe's hand shoots up. You can't see it.
Yes,
But...
yes. What was your name again?
Roscoe.
Roscoe. What did you think of it?
Yeah, I mean, I did really like the parts where he was like hitting people on the head and all of the, you know, the violence that he did, but I didn't really understand, I guess, why. Like, if you have to fart, you just do it. Why would anybody care?
If I may,
I'm the same.
I think Manchester Weird's a bit of a liar. These are all things he'd wished he'd done. Meanwhile, he probably just sat there and smelled it, or he sat there and that urchin just walked right on by, and this is just all the things he wished he'd done as he wrote them all
Probably
down.
just sat there and smelt it because he dealt it.
Possibly.
You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I've read books. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. I know how to read.
Yeah.
And maybe I don't understand half the stuff I read.
I believe you.
What I do know is that the people who write the books tend to lie out the wazoo. You can't believe all this shit. It's like, these are fake books, man.
I think some of them are fiction.
Oh, is that what you call them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah. Okay.
That is a very astute. What was your name again?
Me?
Yes, you.
Adaman. Nice to meet you.
Oh, well, that's very astute of you. Most scholars believe that, none of this happened. I'm quite
Right.
sure. What did you think of the street urchin in that story? Do you think that it is necessary to respond with violence when you are disrespected?
I don't see how the street urchin's disposition was an insult to our friend Manchester. It's not his fault he was dirty. So
I usually turn the other cheek, if you know what I mean.
he kind of lost my sympathy there because I don't think that he was handling that situation correctly.
You know, sometimes having them insult you is just like, ooh, yeah, talk dirty.
That's quite astute indeed. Even Vorty was, yes, okay.
Talk dirty, yeah. Call me names.
You'd be the worst, dude.
What? It just spices things up.
Okay, so mechanically, with the rolls you've got, Tessellay and Adaman, you get an A for the day.
I failed.
Roscoe
No.
Roscoe gets a 0 for the day.
Oh.
Vorty gets a B. And what did you roll again, Nash? What was
Like,
it?
I'm like so happy. I go over to Ross, he's like, I got a B.
What did you roll again, Nash?
14.
Okay, so Nash also gets a B for the day.
I know, right?
Which it'll make a difference later on. So
Oh, man.
don't worry, Roscoe. Everybody has their own talents.
Yeah.
It's because
That's the point.
I let one rip during class after we read that.
I give Roscoe a hug. I'm like, don't worry, man. We got this. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this.
Thoughts this
maybe
would be like
you're gonna
that.
do great in, at the gym.
Yeah.
We're going to the gym later.
Yeah. Well, you spend a few hours
And I hope so.
looking through this book with Dr. Pickman. He talks about sentence structure and things that Roscoe doesn't really. Maybe you zone out a little bit and just kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tesla and Adaman, though, you guys are. You're like, you know what I mean? Like you're with them every moment.
Teachers' pets.
I am.
And then after class is. Anybody remember your schedules?
Lunch.
Hey, lunch.
Ah, you got lunch next.
Yes, my favorite class.
And the lunch today consists of fish stew.
All right.
Yum.
Nothing you've ever had before. So.
France,
Mhm.
France, little French fish stew.
And then
Like poisson.
what's after lunch?
Combat training.
Can't enjoy lunch for a second.
We did lunch. Yeah. If you want to do something over lunch, let us know, man. But I figure you're singing and eating.
Yeah.
So there you go.
He's gonna play some tunes while we eat, but it's cool. We can go. God, this place is so violent.
Weapons training today. Let's be excited.
Oh boy.
Tessa's practically bouncing on the balls of her feet as she walks towards the training room.
Roscoe's still
I really like this.
He's really glum and kind of dragging his feet from failing this morning.
When you get to the mat, Master Crowe is at one end of the mat, and laid out on the floor in front of him are 5 sets of wooden armor, and he is wearing a set himself.
Wooden armor?
This
Yes.
is not
It's
good.
made of like wooden, almost like sticks, like ribbed. There's a breastplate and a piece that goes, like a gauntlet, and a part that covers your thighs, and a little helmet. And it's all made out of wood. And maybe it doesn't smell so great, like it's been around the block a few times. The wood's been there a long time. It's been clean, but there's stains on it and stuff. Good afternoon, class.
Crow?
Are you ready to begin weapon training?
Absolutely.
I reckon.
Excellent. And put those on. It should be one size fits all.
I try and find the cleanest set.
Roll a perception check.
Oh.
Such a princess.
11. Not
All
great.
right. Well, you look through them and you find one that
I will roll a perception check.
go ahead. Yeah, yours smells bad. When you put it
This is gross. This stuff is disgusting. Getting a headache.
I'd rather not. I don't use this stuff.
If I were you, I'd put it on, but it's up to you, Roscoe, of course.
This slows me down.
All right.
That is a good point. Do we lose our unarmored defense bonuses if we put this stuff on?
No.
Okay.
These
I'll
are
put it
considered like light armor, right?
Okay.
This is just for training purposes.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then he takes you over to a rack, one of the weapons racks on the side of the wall. Today, we're going to learn how to use a greatsword. Is anyone proficient in greatsword already?
I'm proficient in one, but they're kind of big for me, so I don't really.
Excellent.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not a size queen by any means.
So he reaches onto the rack and he pulls out wooden greatsword.
I like them short and stubby.
When he hands it to you, it's not just wood, like it's weighted somehow. So you're holding the The handle is probably 1.5 feet long. It's got a big cross guard on it, and a big blade, but it's wooden and weighted somehow. And he hands them out to everybody.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry. Everything's gonna be fine. Let's pair up. Vorti, why don't you work with Nash? Adaman, you can work with Tessele, and Stubbles, you're with me.
Hey,
Right.
I
I don't like these. These are too big.
jog over to the side of the mat real quickly
Uh-huh.
and take Vile out and set him down. You wait right there, Vile. I'll be right back.
Okay. So, what did I say? Vorti is with.
Hey, girl.
Okay. Adaman is with Tessele. Maybe like right about there.
I don't remember. Is Nash male or female?
Female.
Female.
I look like an anime character.
Yeah. Monstrous
Right, 'cause-
boobs, I think that's what you said.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Tessele is female
Yes.
as well.
Alright, so a lot of what I'm going to show you today will apply to any blade. But if you start with a great sword, once you pick up a long sword, it will be as light as a feather.
And stiff as a board.
Well, I
Stiff
hope.
as a sword.
Because this is wood.
Alright, so everyone do what I do. And he grips the sword with his right hand. Are you all right-handed?
No, I'm left-handed.
Alright, so
I mean,
will-
if you, I could use either hand.
Same.
So if you are right-handed, do what I do, but if you are left-handed, then swap it. And he grips the handle up next to the crossguard with his right hand. He takes his left hand and he puts it near the pommel. Then he puts the tip of the sword on the floor. We will start in this position. Alright, now, if you're on my side of the room, that's you, Adaman, and that's you, Nash, we are going to attack first.
Fuck.
What?
The other side of the room, you're going to block. Alright?
Okay.
So if you are on my side of the room, raise your sword, and he picks it up like it's nothing. And I need everybody to make a strength check.
Everybody?
Oh, okay.
Alright. Oh.
Oh no. He's gonna kick my ass.
Alright.
This is just picking up the sword. Relax. I'm not gonna hurt you. I think.
Okay, so if you are the attacker on my side of the room, lift the sword, and then we're not going to strike. We're going to let it fall and guide it towards your target. Now, on the other side of the room, the blockers, you start with the tip of your sword on the ground, and as the attack comes at you, lift it like this and block it. Alright?
Oh my god, this is like tops and bottoms. Like,
Alright, so
Nash, you're clearly the top.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Crow lifts his sword and he lets it fall towards Roscoe, and Roscoe just, bink, like no big deal, he just knocks off to the side. Tessele, as the sword comes towards you, you pick up this great sword, and Adamans hits your sword and slides off and kind of hits you in the shoulder a little bit as it goes off to the side. You don't take any damage for that. It just kind of, you know. And then Nash drops her sword, basically drops it on 40. 40 catch it, and goes off to the side. Good.
Thumb first.
Now it'll be the other side of the room who attacks, and we will block. So, Roscoe, you pick your sword up and bang, and he just knocks it to the side effortlessly. Tessele lifts her sword and drops it on Adaman, who catches it with his blade and moves off to the side. And Vorti, something similar with Nash, yeah. Good. And then you go back and forth like that for like an hour.
An hour?
My arms are gonna be noodles.
Come on, Vorty.
Like after like 5 minutes, I'm like, we need to do something else.
About you, there's kind of a rhythm to it. Make a song, Vorty.
So the clacking of wood on wood resounds throughout the building, or throughout the room, as one side attacks, the other side blocks. And after a while, let's say an hour or so, okay, let's put our swords back on the rack, and then we're going to do some cardio.
This is more like it.
So you all put your swords back on the rack, clank.
Yep.
And Crow leads you around the room. He's basically jogging in a circular pattern around the outside of the mat. So
All right.
everybody follows him. So make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Constitution saving throw.
Getting so many nostalgic flashbacks to the jiu-jitsu classes I haven't been able to go to for 6 months.
Yeah,
What
right.
Rolling rocks over here.
That's good.
What the hell?
Wow.
I rolled terrible today.
Roscoe is excelling in this with my constitution. Yeah.
Okay. Damn, yeah, you are. Okay, so everybody follows Crow around the mat. Nash, you start to get a little winded after a few minutes
Come
of
on,
this.
Nash.
And he's
This is
just,
like the easy part.
and after a moment or two, just after a few minutes, he's just jogging lightly, and then he starts doing a sidestep kind of thing,
Karaoke.
like he's skipping sideways around the mat. So you guys all follow him in that. He takes you around the outside of the mat.
This is like the most fun I've had. I love jumping and I love skipping.
And it's hard to say how
Morty's
long
just
it is.
frolicking.
Hey, frolicking is a good workout. So.
Yeah, yeah.
Nash is out of breath.
I'm like, come on, Nash, come on, girl.
So he leads you around the outside of the mat for quite a long time until you're all breathing heavy and you're sweating and you can feel the blood pumping through your body. And he stops you. All right, let's go back to the greatswords.
No.
Oh,
Boy.
Right.
So I want to talk a second about time because I did the math. And this training is supposed to take like 6 months, right? You're supposed to be, they're trying to turn you into straight badasses.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If we role played every second of that, it would take us 3.5 years at this rate.
I've got 3.5 years to spend.
Well, I mean, first of all, I'm impressed that you just did the math, so well done.
Even if we did it, I mean, if we did one day in the Institute, every time we stream, it would take about 3.5 years if we stream once a week. So we're not going to do that, obviously. Although I'm up for it, I don't think any viewing audience would be, and you guys are going to go bored too. So
I just want you to
this is
paint
mundane
me a
stuff that
picture.
happens every day. So when I tell you you got a feat or a proficiency or something like that, imagine it taking months. Okay,
Right.
this isn't the only. It's not like you pick up a great sword one time and you get proficiency, right? This is supposed
Oh,
to
yeah, of
stretch out
course.
over a long time.
I'm
So
never gonna get
you
professional.
have to suspend a little bit of disbelief there.
Never.
In D&D? Nah.
How dare you?
So,
And by the way, I'm not gonna be a straight badass. I'm gonna be a pan badass.
yeah, I feel you on that.
Ugh,
Lord have mercy.
the punishment continues.
Cord
Yeah,
have
no,
mercy.
yeah.
Oh, and you joined in, so congrats.
I know. That's why I did it.
So the end result of your greatsword training is that you all get proficiency with a greatsword,
Oh, great. I'll never use it.
except for Roscoe, who gets great weapon master feat.
Oh!
Holy
Okay, wait.
shit!
No, he didn't. What?
What?
Eventually,
Okay.
you go from just one guy attacks and the other lady blocks and back and forth. Eventually, you go from that to actually sparring with them, and over time, you get better at lifting it. You get better at swinging it.
Still really not that good at
You
it.
go to actually sparring, right? So maybe you're not great with it, but you do get a proficiency.
quick mechanical question, James.
Absolutely.
I don't think there's really a way in D&D rules is written for any small creatures to not have disadvantage with heavy weapons. So will I still always have disadvantage if I'm using a heavy weapon?
I think Great Weapon Master, it takes that out, right? Doesn't it?
It doesn't say anything about it.
Well, we'll mechanically, you wouldn't get disadvantage for attacking with a great weapon now.
Cool.
Even
Roscoe.
even though you are, well, maybe because you're Roscoe's doubles,
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're not going to get disadvantage with that now. You are.
So at the very least, everything I'm carrying around is at least my height now, if not bigger than me.
Pathfinder actually has a workaround for that, where they have different sizes of weapons, but D&D just has great sword. So you do get Great Weapon Master, and we'll if it tries to impose disadvantage on you, we'll ignore that.
Cool.
I mean, based on the wording of Great Weapon Master, it says you've learned to put the weight of a weapon to your advantage. So whatever that would mean for Roscoe, even if it's this giant fucking greatsword that's 3 times longer than he is tall.
Mm-hmm.
You're your own battering ram now.
I mean, you're going to stop Roscoe? It's impossible.
I just imagine Roscoe like sprinting towards an enemy, dragging a great sword on the ground, anime style, and then like stabbing it into the ground, flipping over the handle, and pulling it out of the ground in just like this overhead arc.
This is straight up Final Fantasy VII Cloud weapon.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Sword, yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Okay, so you spend hours picking these greatswords up and swinging them around. But eventually class is over, and you are all very tired.
Poo-pooed out.
Nash, you actually take a level of exhaustion because you rolled so low on your con check. Everybody else, you're not exhausted, but yeah, you're tired. You feel it. You've been working out for like 4 hours, which is a really long time, even for people in Scythia. Crowe doesn't seem winded though.
Of course not.
So, if you remember your schedule, what time is class over?
No.
I don't know. You showed it to us once and didn't put it in the handout.
I wrote it all down. Stand by.
Oh my gosh.
After combat training at 5 p.m. is free time. At 6 p.m. is dinner.
Look at that.
For people on Twitch, there's this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wrote it down, Twitch. I wrote
By
it
the
down.
way, doodling is enabled, so if you guys are gonna draw stuff on here, you are welcome to. That's what it's there for. Yeah, so 5 o'clock you get free time for an hour, which is intended for you to like take showers and stuff after you worked out, but you can do what you want.
Right.
I will shower and then afterwards I will find Roscoe wherever he is.
I follow Tess into the bathroom when she showers, and I'm like, again with the water.
Honestly, it's quite luxurious. I can't stress it enough. Just give it a shot.
Oh. Maybe tomorrow.
Are you afraid of water? I mean, you're a fisherman.
You keep saying there's no salt in it, and that is what I do not trust.
Have you... Well, are freshwater rivers a thing in Scythia?
Yes. But of course, the slag kind of gets into everything
Right.
on the surface world. So,
Well, look at it this way. If there was anything wrong with the water, the professors are probably using it as well. They're easily twice as old as anyone I've ever seen out in the wastes.
Okay, I'll think about it, but still no.
As soon as she turns around to leave, I'm going to flick water on her.
God, blasted woman, what is this?
So you might as well bathe now, because you're contaminated either way.
I just use my cloak to dab all the water off, and I just run into the library.
What you guys, if you guys notice, like Vordy's on the other side of the shower, like splashing like water, like throwing it around, like yeah, and yeah, like some '80s rock video, like yes, girl, yes, honey, yes, yes. Feeling tears.
While Adamant is showering, he's like, "Hey, Vordy, you seemed insulted by my comment there. I just mean that I understand that a musician is a real rapscallion from your general attitude toward life."
I didn't understand half of what you just said. Okay.
In class, you were upset because I said, yes, I can imagine a musician could be viewed as a occupation that was looked down upon. And everybody loves you, but everybody also knows that anytime you walk into a room, trouble is going to follow.
Well, I'm an acquired taste, baby.
And look, I have acquired that taste, but I was just saying that I can't imagine that high society probably turned up their nose when a musician walked in the room.
I don't know about this high society. What are they, like on second floor?
Exactly. Yes,
Whatever.
exactly like that.
I like that one.
Yeah, once I'm cleaned up, I'm going to go find Roscoe.
Okay.
Hi, Stibbles. I found something you might be interested in.
Okay. What is it?
I will go back to my things and get the book. This is called Hell on Wheels. It seems to be just what you'll need for your motorcycle endeavor.
Oh, okay. Thank you, because I have been getting very frustrated with everything going on with that motorcycle. There's so many things and parts, and it's just like it looks so simple from the outside.
Does it?
I guess I just got so caught up in imagining writing it that I didn't really think about.
Well, hopefully this will get you on your way.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. Let me know if you need any help.
Yeah, he runs off and starts reading it.
While Nash is at the library during culture class, she was writing down a bunch of words that she didn't know, and she looks for the dictionary, and so she's trying to look up the definition for all of those words.
Okay, so I guess roll an investigation.
Nash.
Splendid. Just
Intelligence dump stat.
Well, there were pretty low DC on this, I think.
Start off with ameliorate in the A's.
9.
Okay, so with a 9, you do find a dictionary. I think it should be a low DC when you're actually trying to learn things, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you find a dictionary, and you're able to find the words that you're looking for, like ameliorate or whatever. And you were able to add those words to your vernacular. So I assume you're going to say ameliorate all the time now.
I will try. I don't think that's in my real life vocabulary.
I know. I have never used that word ever.
Really? You never use that word?
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
Really?
It is.
I think that's got to be automatic.
Pretentious.
You guys all
Yeah.
have a word of the day calendar where you no? Okay.
I do now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy one. Yeah.
All right, so Nash is bettering herself down in the library. Vordy and Tesla are sudsing it up, I guess. In the showers.
Well, once the shower's over, I mean, we don't have much time until dinner,
No,
but
it's
I would.
only an hour, yeah.
Yeah, because I would use some of that time in the library as well. Yeah, but
Okay, what would you like to do in the library?
I'm starting to look up healing concoctions, and I plan on after dinner the longer bout of free time hunting down Dr. Hodgkin, because Dr. Blackwell is a psychopath. So Dr. Hodgkin is the one who makes the healing salve. So that's the one he's going to go talk to her instead. Yes.
Okay, well, let's take another little 5-minute break. We've been on about 45 minutes. That's our last one. So let's take a little 5-minute break if you need to hit the bathroom or something, and we'll be back in a minute.
Sounds good.
All right. BRB.
When did we get a sponsor? I saw that on the bottom of the Twitch stream.
Who was it?
Wormwood. I'm looking at their website right now.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
It's cool.
nice stuff.
Oh yeah, I love wood. I have their Hadouk rolling tray. It's beautiful. Plus, they
Speaking
have
of
an
leather.
incredible guarantee on all their stuff. If it's like damaged, even if you like drop it, they'll still replace it because they're so proud and invested in their craftsmanship that they make products that are beautiful but also meant to hold up. And, like no one stands by their shit like that anymore.
Yeah.
Love it.
Wow.
Love that. Yeah, I might have to get one of those dice trays. Dice mold. I love those.
But like maybe with my hardware in the back, I can get like even more about the He always comes to DragonCon. Like his stuff is just amazing. Yeah, the Tom Selleck token is hilarious. I love it.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. He was in his prime back then. Magnum PI.
Dice?
Yeah, secret dice.
Yeah, because I've got to stop using my turn-off dice because wrong character. And it's not rolling well. And when I roll that dice with turn-off, it rolls very well. So this is clearly a sign.
So yeah, I do a whole, one-on-one tournament style to decide which dice I roll every session. Today I am using like my evil DM dice, but it's rolling rocks, and I'm like, all right, cool. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do with DM dice. I don't know why you're here, dude.
And we're back.
Woo.
How do you guys think it's going? Think it's going well?
Absolutely.
I was just going to look to see if Kristen's dice came in, and they didn't, but my Satanic Temple Shark did come in.
Hey, all right.
Yes.
It's so fun. We're getting witchy.
I'm gonna wear mine during a stream at some point. Shout out to the TST Atlanta.
Hmm.
They have a pretty good chapter here. So sorry, all those bomb.
We don't know what that is. I'm looking it up.
The Satanic Temple.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
They do a lot of great stuff. You should check them out.
All right. As long as they're helping the homeless too, then I'm cool
Yeah.
with them.
They do.
Yeah. Boom. It's all about love, baby. As long as we're loving each other, who cares?
Was there anything else you wanted to do in the hour that you have before dinner?
Just have
Maybe
Go ahead.
we could see. Listen, you got me going. You got me worked up with Tom Selleck, and so I do because now I'm like, you know what? Can we like maybe change Roscoe's token one more time, and like and give him like oh, did it not do it? Dang it!
It kind of did it. Hang on.
Did it kind of did it? No, I mean I had to like
It's
Yeah, I
close
think-
up.
check. Oh, I know what it is. It's the one is. No, it's there we go. I think that'll fix it.
Ooh.
But
Oh
it's
my.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
my.
That's the one
yeah.
we need to use for Roscoe right there.
I'm happy with it.
Do you guys see his drawn on chest hair?
I went a little bit.
I love
You
it.
had to draw it on?
Yeah.
He does
Oh.
not have a lot of chest hair,
And you
so
know
I
what?
drew it for him.
That's okay.
I love that.
I love it.
We'll use
You
that
also
token next
you
time.
give yourself freckles too.
Yeah, I gave it a little.
That's adorable.
It's a pretty simple cosplay for Roscoe.
Yeah, I gotta get a wig.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, Roscoe, Vorty, and Tesselae are all in cosplay already, so Adam and Nash are going to step it up a little bit, although Nash, your makeup looks awesome.
I just need a wig, and then and my corset, which hasn't come in yet either, but I'm close.
Your makeup does look good.
Thank you. Once I get my black wig and
So,
my corset,
my-
I'm good.
Mine's gonna be the hardest because besides the whole karate uniform and a wig, I've gotta like hit the gym. And then,
You and me both.
I don't have the body of a hero. I'm an NPC.
Yeah, exactly.
You and me both.
Yeah, so this isn't fair.
I'm just the cheerful, buxom tavern keeper, and I'm okay with that. I don't want to fight any dragons. Oh, but yes, in the like half hour that's left after Tessa's shower, she's gonna stretch the whole time because she knows that workout was an ass kicker.
It was, and you know, stretching is important. The jury is out on whether you should stretch before or after or during or whatever. You know, everybody says something different, but yeah, it's important. In fact, if you're going to stretch, maybe I'll give you advantage on your next Constitution saving throw. How about that?
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so you go to dinner, and it is the same fish stew from lunch. It's
Yum.
basically fish and pumpkin chunks in the stew.
Which is still so much better than what any of us are used
Right,
to.
absolutely. That's great.
Yeah. And then after dinner, unless you guys want to do anything during dinner.
Just some off-screen bonding time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. then you have free time for 3 hours before it lights out. So, what would you like to do during your free time?
We have another bonding montage.
Okay, then that's when I would seek out Dr. Hodgkin and be like, so I hear you make the healing potions. I'd like to learn more from you. But he would split his time between Hodgkins and Blackwell, just setting up, paving the way for his way later on. That
Okay.
he's picking. Yeah. So
Okay.
learn from them.
So I'm running out of juice.
Yeah, there's an interesting smell coming from Vorty, and I go up to him. What is it that you are hiding?
A little bit of juice.
What is this juice?
It's this little thing here that I can kind of saved from downstairs.
Where do you find this?
Well, downstairs.
I have not been downstairs.
Okay, so there's this place where we're gonna make some booze, girl, like alcohol. I have a little bit left. You want some?
Yeah.
So I pour a little bit, like in a little glass. It's like, but I don't have a lot left, so I need to figure out how to make some more without, blowing up the entire building or place, whatever. So I feel like I need to go back to the library and find some books, or like find the Smarty Pants Tessellay. Help Tessellay. Tessellay,
Yes, what?
I need your help.
Oh.
Yeah. So, there's that special contraption downstairs. Not Roscoe's thing, that's silly. The other one.
Yes.
Okay, that thing, we need to get working. And yesterday I went and looked for a book, and I found some stupid book on like weather patterns and some bullshit like that. Like, that's not gonna help me. But I figured, you found Roscoe's book. Could you find me a book on how to like fix the still? Please.
What are you going to make in it? You need ingredients to make alcohol.
Yeah, well, I got the hookup with Franz, man. We got spices, we've got herbs, and pumpkin spices. We can make like pumpkin spice whiskey or something. No, it's gonna be good shit. We just gotta try it. Come on. I'll give you like first dibs. Well, after I get mine.
Okay.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
So second dibs?
Yeah, Adam's like, actually, the first person to try might go blind. I'm just putting that out to
Okay,
y'all.
so you get first dibs.
Oh my god!
Actually, what if we give it to Dr. Pickman?
Oh no!
That'll wake his ass up.
It could kill him.
It might kill him.
He's already practically dead.
Oh my god!
Vorty.
Give it to the psycho in the.
I'll
give it to
look
the psycho
for,
in the medical ward.
I will look for your book.
Yay.
If
Uh-huh.
you promise not to be such a pain in the ass all the time.
Okay, yeah, sure, no problem.
All right, sure.
I need to roll an inside check on that one.
No need whatsoever.
Hey, I've got pretty good persuasion.
Fine, but if you get caught and there's a problem, I had nothing to do with it.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I mean it, Vorty.
I will never throw you under the bus.
Bitches get stitches.
Under the scaly.
Thank you.
I will never throw you under the scaly.
All right, yeah. So I'll make my way down to the library for my free time.
Okay.
I'll still try to help her out to give her advantage. Like, I'm not just relying on Tesla to do everything, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Why don't you roll separate ones, because Tesla already has advantage. So Vorty, why don't you roll one as well, investigation.
So what am I rolling? Investigation?
Yes.
Alright, so it's just gonna be a straight up roll.
Okay.
Ooh,
Really
Roll a
that's
dumb.
d20 for me, Vorty.
Gosh, what did I
What'd you get,
just...
Tesla?
15.
Okay. Okay, so you got a 14, Vorty, which means... Okay, so Vorty, you're walking around the library, a book catches your eye. You pull it off the shelf. It's called Mortem Magicae, if I'm pronouncing the Latin correctly. The author is Selwyn Marlowe. And as you flip through it, you see a bunch of sigils and lists of ingredients, things like that. It looks like a list of spells.
I take notes.
What you got there, Volty?
Bitch. If
40.
I'm gonna learn from any wizard, it's gonna be this motherfucker.
40's the big bad. I'm calling it now.
He is like writing shit on his arm, like,
No, 40, no.
Did you find it?
huh? No.
What did you find? You seem very engrossed in it.
It's a really boring book. You would not.
Okay, Vorty is interested in it. I'm gonna walk over and see what he's got.
I mean,
Is that magic?
he's not. Well, define magic. It's more like magic.
I just reach over and like push the book down in his hand so I can see the pages.
Mm-hmm.
That's
What?
magic.
Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit. It's just a little bit of magic. You know,
Let's
like.
see it when you're done.
Yeah.
And I'll let him go back to the book, and I'm gonna keep looking.
He like switches hands and starts writing with his, because he really is ambidextrous.
There's paper and pens on the table, Vorty. And I have a place you can hide your notes.
Baby, my body is a canvas.
Yeah, but you're gonna be wearing what you've been studying.
Oh. For
And
a
magic
little
isn't
bit.
allowed.
And then he kind of like covers it with his little like thingy.
Whatever.
And then he puts the book back. Or gives it to Tesla. Here.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna set that aside to take back up with me.
Where's my book? Where's my book?
Well, Tesla looks through the shelves. You know what part of the library to go to for this kind of book. And you do find a book called Mash That Like Button.
Oh, that was low. Really?
Did you come up with these?
It appears to be how to use a mash, which is, some kind of a vegetable or corn or something like that, which you don't know what corn is, but you can use certain vegetables to make a mash to put in the still to produce alcohol. So you find it's basically a step-by-step process about how to use a still.
On
Hey, Vorty.
Donkey Kong.
Look what I
Yes.
found.
Oh, girl, this is why I love you the most.
Don't you forget it.
I'm writing a special song just for you.
So
Just for you,
mechanically,
Tesla.
when you try to use the still 40, you can roll with advantage.
Yeah. What is the skill that I'm using to actually make?
I think it's gonna be. It's gonna be like investigation, I believe.
give me like 10 seconds, guys. Rest of my free time in the library. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Roscoe, what did it make you roll when you were trying to put the motorcycle together? I think that was an investigation, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be intelligence based. We can call it a intelligence check or whatever you want.
Okay. Would this kind of give me proficiency with like any kind of tools?
Not yet, no.
Not yet. Okay.
That's
Just
a possibility
advantage.
in the future, though.
So just advantage on investigation.
Yeah. So Nash, you have cleared yourself with the filthy water. What do you want to do with your free time?
Yeah, so I'm going to walk into the library very late into the conversation with Forty and Tetele.
Okay.
And I'm just pretending to look at the books when really I'm just trying to eavesdrop on their conversation.
Okay. What's your passive perception? It's fairly high, as I recall.
It's 12.
Okay, I'm not gonna make you roll anything. It's not like they're whispering, but they're not hiding or anything like that. So that's good enough. You can overhear them.
The main thing I'm interested in is what I saw on that before Vorty covered up his arm, and then I am essentially casting minor illusion, but I want to whisper in Vorty's ear. Vorty, you know I love this magic as well, but I must keep it hidden. And then I just go back to pretending like I'm reading and flipping through books and putting them back and just motoring around the library.
Who said that? I look at the booze that I have, like, man, this is some strong shit.
Adaman comes out as a high magic user too. This is it's falling apart.
I know. We're the worst class of, we're the worst pinnacle to ever graduate, apparently.
If we graduate.
That's true. We'll all be executed because we're magic users.
You know, magic, magica, magic, like, what is, it's...
What would you like to do with your free time, Adaman?
Adaman is once again reading in the library. He's actually studying though on once he had his talk with Dr. Hodgkin and Dr. Blackwell, and he's learning on he's working on a way to deliver healing potions per se. They aren't actually potions though, but you know which class I'm hoping to take when we someday level, which it allows me to heal as part of my flurry of blows. So I can I punch somebody, I heal somebody, and then you do extra necrotic damage. So I'm thinking it's all done in these little stim packs that he's got, and he's going to be but of course he isn't there yet, but he's learning about how to make these chemical compounds, essentially.
Okay, so why don't you roll a d20 for me?
Okay. Oof. Natural 1.
Oh no.
Okay, so you're looking through the library.
You're going to end up with that meteorology book.
And you see a book that catches your eye. You pull it out. And it's called The Adventures of Sybil Destruction Jackson.
Yes!
What? That's like what you get for rolling a natural 20. That's not right.
It's written by Bast Leowin.
Oh.
And it's an illustrated children's book. Inside you find pictures of an elephant woman who is swinging a gigantic sword, and it's surprisingly violent for a children's book.
And instead of getting any progress done today, Adaman is like, this is amazing. I love this. And he's just sitting there. Oh, Sybil, what will you do next? Damn it, I should have been studying. Oh, is it almost lights out? I didn't get anything done today. Gosh,
I run over to like Adamant's like, what did you find? What did you
check
find?
this out. It's a kid's book. I don't know. Like, I guess before the rupture, kids were really okay with violence.
Oh my God, this is like the best book ever.
I know. I don't know. I wouldn't
I
mess
love elephants. They're really big. I mean, I prefer the like small creatures and stuff, but like elephants are like, it's the whole trunk thing.
Yeah, I don't think any of them probably survived the rupture, which is real sad.
And it's sad. My dad used to talk about them all the time. Like, I think his best friend was like an elephant. I think.
I believe you, Ordy.
Yeah.
Like
He
you
liked
said,
them. He
quiet.
he likes them chunky. He likes them a little big.
Oh,
my
nice and
mom's
thick,
a
yeah.
my
Ain't
mom's a
nothing
thick girl.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, yeah.
My mom's a thick girl. She's good. You kind of have to be tough, right? You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So I think that's why my dad, like, he was like, "Hey, girl," she's like, "What you want?" Won her over.
And so Vorty and Adaman, just shoot the shit all the way until lights out. And Adaman's like, oh, I didn't get any of the things I meant to get done. And just wastes his time today.
You gotta talk to Tessellay, because that's what I do.
You know what? You're right. I'm trying to do this on my own. It's just, I figure she's probably got everybody owing her favors. I was trying to stay out of her
She's like
pocket.
the smart one.
Well, you know that tomorrow is going to be class with Dr. Hodgkin.
Oh, well, maybe I can get something from that.
So you guys, you spend your free time like we described up until lights out. Are you going to go to bed lights out, or are you going to try to do something else?
I have no light source yet.
I'm gonna try to find some MASH.
Okay. So you want to go to the kitchen?
Yeah. Hey, Franz. Well, isn't there some MASH downstairs? I know my way around now.
Hello, Vorty. How are you? You're up very late.
Oh. Bonsoir, Franz. I'm looking for some leftover MASH. Maybe see if people don't like to eat it, and then I can just like.
Oh,
Can I have
are you taking over for Christian?
Wait, you know about that stuff?
Yes, of course. How would we survive down here in this?
Oh, thank God, Franz.
Furnace
Oh, my
nightmare.
team. Oh, yeah, I'm taking over.
Okay, so what I would suggest is using this pumpkin.
Ooh, I did throw that around. I wasn't sure, is that actually going to work?
You can make pumpkin spice gushka, basically.
I grabbed some of that stuff.
Yeah, he gives you what you need to work.
He like carries that shit downstairs. Like, all right, I'll be back.
The still's not even working yet.
Well, he could try to get it to
It's
work.
not that it's not working. It's all together. It just
yeah.
it needs to be used.
Flushed and used. Yeah.
So
Just dusting, a little dusting. That's all it needs.
So Gordy, roll a intelligence check at advantage since you got the book.
Okay. So investigation though, right?
Yeah.
Or okay. So I'll do this twice. Hopefully I roll high. 1, 2.
Oh shit! Natural 20.
Okay. So with the help of the book that Tesla found you, you look over the still. You look through the book to find the different parts and pieces and how it's supposed to go together.
I lay everything out.
You've got the pumpkin that Franz gave you, and you were able to set the still up. Now, it takes a few hours, so
Okay.
you can set it and then go to bed, and when you come back the next day, you should have a bottle of pumpkin spice gushka.
Awesome.
I'm like skipping my way back to bed. Like, you guys, guess what I did? Guess what I did?
Considering your glee, I'd say get the still working.
Body, I say that you remember. Woo.
Oh.
So what you making?
Pumpkin spice fuck up juice.
Oh, you weren't kidding. Okay.
No, it's gonna be amazeballs.
Great. What's a pumpkin?
You know that thing we ate earlier, girl?
You mean the orange and the red?
There's like a whole orange there's like a big one. He like Franz made me this like pumpkin spice latte thing, which was delicious. And then there were some downstairs that I saw. They're like big. They're like this big. They're like the size of a butt.
I think I want one of those. I want that.
Size of a-
I want to put on a scarf and sip
Hold
one
on to
right
Roscoe's
now.
butt.
Actually, Roscoe has a pretty big butt.
That is true.
Roscoe's caked up.
Yeah.
A lot of spots.
It helps like stabilize him with that low center of mass.
Mhm. He does his squats.
It's all about having a big butt. So yeah, it's basically the size of Roscoe's butt.
Great. So we're gonna try it tomorrow, yeah?
Oh yeah. You gotta let it like simmer overnight, but tomorrow, man, gonna be jacked.
An after dinner party.
Well, now it sounds like we're the high society there, Bordy.
We rendezvous downstairs tomorrow.
Oh, God.
I'll bring the music. I'll bring booze, but it's gonna be lit.
Hey DM,
Yes.
the ethics in banking book that I hollowed out,
Yeah.
is that gonna be big enough to hide the bottle in?
It's a pretty big book.
Okay.
It's like it's way too big a book to just say do the right thing. You know what I mean? Like it's.
I'm gonna cut like the pages out and like cut the pages out like.
But yes.
You're so smart.
Cool.
All right. Well, at 10 o'clock, the lights go out, and it is dark, and you all go to bed. And
I do stay up and write a little bit because I can still see.
okay, yeah, that's true. Okay, so we will do the next day, next time, next week.
Hey.
Yay.
Probably on Sunday next week, right?
Yeah.
Okay. About
Yeah.
10
Back to
a.m.
normal.
10 a.m. ish on Sunday. We'll be back with episode 5.
Awesome.
Cool.
And yeah, tomorrow you're gonna have class with Dr. Hodgkin.
All right.
The psycho.
Good.
No, that's
No, that's the chemist.
chemistry lady.
Oh,
Elven
right.
chemist.
Blackwell is the one that's like, do you want to learn how to kill him? And you're just like, oh, I thought you were a doctor.
Awesome.
I don't know if you can
It's like-
see it on my bookshelf, but I have a copy of Grey's Anatomy
Mm.
right there.
You have all the pages bookmarked on how to kill it. Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Well, you've got to
Awesome.
make the sexy new Tom Selleck token for Roscoe.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
that's gonna happen for sure.
my god, that chest hair just out like bam.
How do I do like a deep fake Zoom call where
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious.
Oh, man.
my
Oh
God.
no. Oh no.
We don't need it. I mean, isn't that what you're doing already? I mean, like just like
Right.
Tom Selleck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Looks like
yeah, it's
I-
pretty
I-
striking.
I see Tom Selleck right
You
there.
got the little patches of hair. It's totally him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Big mustache and everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Thank you for running, James.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
for
Jen.
coming, and thank you for
Thank you,
watching. Anybody who's
viewers.
watching now or might watch it later.
Thanks to all the
Yeah.
Morgan, thanks for mentioning Cass and Raygun West in the chat there.
Yep.
So Raygun West or Autumn Orange on Twitter made our theme song, and Cassidy Rivers made our Winky mascot
Oh.
that I've got all over the place. So if you have the means, you should commission them immediately for all your role-playing needs.
Cool.
I guess that's it. You guys have anything else you want to mention before we log off?
No. Well,
Yes.
everyone enjoy Dragon Con virtual.
Mm.
Those
Yeah.
that are
Yeah.
participating.
Stay safe out
support.
there. Wear your
Yeah.
masks.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, well, we will see you next week then.
Bye.
Bye.